There are so many things that go into making a YouTube video. If I'm being honest, I didn't realize how badly we as YouTube content creators needed this most recent Canva update until I started playing around with it. What I'm talking about is the ability to add a bunch of different designs in one project so that one project has everything that you need for that specific video. If you see this icon that says sheet, you know that you've launched Visual Suite 2.0. If you don't see a sheet icon, you don't have access yet, but don't worry, Canva will roll this out to everybody. Do you know the feeling when you just shared some awesomeness and then you didn't hit record? Yeah, that just happened. In order to start a multi-design project, you need to start somewhere. We're going to start with sheets. This is what a blank sheet looks like. You can type in the title for this video project. Let's just type in 4/29/2025. If you look at design, there are a bunch of templates that you could already use. Let's see, replace current page. I like to organize what I'm doing for a month at a time. So I've got my publish date, video status, content type, video topic, title idea, and thumbnail. The other way I really like to use Canva Sheets is by ranking title ideas. And then of course, I took them over to Gemini, ChatGPT, and Canva AI and asked them to rank it. If you want to change the color of the cell, all you need to do is click the cell you want to change and then change the color. So let's say that we want it to be this color. I know that I want all the fonts at the top of the row to be size 14. Well, I can increase the font size to size 14. Take this little white box that turns purple and slide it over to how many ever columns I think I need. And it's going to change all of the colors and all of the font should be 14. If I type Canva here, you can double click the edge and it will size that column for what size it needs to be. This is just like any normal one where you can change the text, you can add bold, whatever. How do you add dates and drop down menus? We're going to click action and type in date. We're going to click that. When we click this again, we can choose a date. If you want it to be a different size, you can increase the font size. I like it to be 16. Now for dates, sometimes it won't automatically size and you have to manually, so left click the mouse, manually move it over. Left click, drag it all the way down, and now I can change the dates. I want these to be the dates where my videos come out. How do you create a drop down? Actions. By the way, the other thing is you can click slash on your keyboard and it will come up as well. Slash. Start to type in drop down. You can create your own drop down, but I like to start off with a preset with colors that I like. For example, not set, high, medium, low. Done, in progress, not started. That one's got a lot. Well, I want this one. Let's say that I'm doing the evaluation and I want green, yellow, red. I can use this one. And then look, let's increase the font size again. And you can quickly edit things. So let's say that this says, love it. And now when I click that, it says love it. And I can change all of these. I will be creating a full-on Canva Sheets tutorial, so stay tuned for that. Editing Jennifer here. I just wanted to pop in to say that most of the things I believe that I shared with Canva Sheets are actually on the free plan. That's right, they are free. Now, some of the templates will be Canva Pro, but the basic things that I just shared were the free things. Let's add another design type to this project. We're going to add a whiteboard. I'm going to show you the first way you can add a different design type with this. Click on Pages. This will bring up a thumbnail and there is a plus sign which will add another Canva Sheets, or you can click a page type with this arrow and all of these options come up. We're going to choose Whiteboard. We're going to hide the page thumbnail so that this view goes away. The way I like to use whiteboards are for just brainstorm dumps. I really like to use sticky notes. Go over to elements. Sticky notes are right there. So you can click the one that you want. We're going to move this over here, and guess what? We can click plus. We can click plus. We can add as many sticky notes as we want. This is an endless whiteboard. All you need to do is type in your video idea. I clicked there with my mouse, and I'm going to type video highlight update. Here was a video brainstorm where I said first week will be a desk video. Video 2 will be new features from Canva Create. And I just like brainstorm notes. Video 4 ideas. I wasn't sure which one I wanted, so I created one long sticky note. That's how I like to use a video brainstorm. If I click pages, you can collaborate with other creators and keep notes. I highlighted all of these and clicked the little pencil that's magic right. Create a summary, generate a quiz, generate an AI voice. If I created a summary of this, it's going to summarize. Editing Jennifer here. Yep, I'm back. So the pencil, that is part of Magic Write. Magic Write is a Canva Pro feature. However, I'm going to pop up something on the screen right here. Free users are actually given 50 credits to try this feature out. So just try them and see what you think. If you decide you do want to sign up for Canva Pro, I'm an Empower Canvassador for 2025, and I do have a link for a free trial in the description below. That's awesome, especially if there's a lot of brainstorming that's happened in that whiteboard and you just need a quick summary. Then you could take that and move all of this information to a Canva doc. By the way, after Canva doc, we're going to add a thumbnail design. In the last segment, we showed to click pages and then click this button. But there is another way. What you can do is select grid view and add page type there. We're going to add a Canva doc. And then once you do that, click close grid view. We're just going to hide page thumbnail so that I can share with you how I use Canva docs for my YouTube videos. Now in Canva Sheets, I talked about ranking title ideas. Canva doc is actually where I first type out my title ideas. Here are a bunch of them. Click Magic Write and give it a custom prompt, such as which 5 titles are the best. Then it gives me the 5 titles it thinks are the best out of those. Write your script for this. This isn't my exact script that I made for this. Next up, let's add a Canva doc. Talk about Magic Write. I just gave myself an outline. For the sheets, I was a little more specific in things that I wanted to share. That's why I did that. But yeah, that's how I love using Canva docs. So far, we've been all about the planning. Let's add a thumbnail design to this document. We're going to click the grid view again. One thing I really like to do at this stage is start giving my pages titles, my designs titles. This is sheets, but it is video planning, brainstorm video, title ideas. This one is scripting. Let's say that I needed to add another spreadsheet. I can click add a page. It's going to give me a spreadsheet. But let's say that I actually wanted a thumbnail instead. Click add page type. Thumbnail's not here. We're going to have to search for it. It's going to be under social media. Just type in thumbnail, YouTube thumbnail. There it is. We're going to left click this thumbnail and drag it back here. We're going to go into the thumbnail document, and I'm just going to show you a few things that you need to know about making thumbnails. We've clicked on our thumbnail. We're going to close grid view. When you're on a thumbnail design like this, you can actually scroll up and see other things, but the moment I click into a Canva doc, I would need to be able to click back into it. Pages, or if that little bar is there, then you can click back into it. That's really important to know with these multi-design projects like this. How can you get text? Well, type T on the keyboard to pull up a text, or you can go over to the text, and I've already got my thumbnail standard, which is this Anton font. The thing you need to know about words is that there's a whole lot of options that you can do to words, including italicize, make things all uppercase, even advanced formatting, which for this won't matter, but if you had scripty font, do you see how it's not exactly right? You would want to turn on advanced formatting and switch to ligatures, and then it makes it look better. That's just something new that they've added. Not that you're going to use scripty fonts on thumbnails, but it's just something to keep in mind. The other thing you need to know is where to find old thumbnail projects, because you might want to pull an old thumbnail and work from that instead of working from scratch. Scroll down over here on the left-hand side and go to projects. Hopefully you've titled things. I've got a bunch that say thumbnail. So let's say that I want to go to this and I want to start from scratch based on this one. I can add it in there, and now I can change my words. I can change whatever I want, especially if I want that specific background that's in that thumbnail. You can actually change the color of things. Let's click this color right here. We're going to click that. What if I wanted to change it to be a little purple, a little pink? Now, the color may change your skin, so keep a very close eye on that, but it is something to consider, is to change the color of the clothes you're wearing to give it a different look. This is where you can make as many thumbnails as you want. Just like practice making thumbnails in this one document. So I could do this and click add a page. You've worked on your thumbnail. Now you might want to add a landscape video for B-roll or lower thirds, or you may want to create a vertical video like for YouTube Shorts. This is how you're going to do that. We're going to click add page type, go to video, and choose the size you want. Here's a landscape video. It looks like a YouTube thumbnail, but it's not. Let me show you how I know. I'm going to go to grid view. If I hover, it says video page. What kind of things do I like to do with videos? I've made an end screen in this project. The other thing that I like to do is import some video that I've already made so that I can add an animation to. Click the upload button right here. Click on upload file. Pull it from my file. So I wanted a whip slide animation for this specific video that I made. So I brought the video clip inside of Canva, added it to my design, and added the animation that I wanted. The next thing I did was download it. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, about downloading the different document types, because that does look a little different. The other thing that you might want to do is create lower thirds in your multi-design project for one specific video. You will recognize this from this video. I made a lot of them, and I could have put all of them in this project. I just didn't do that. What I'm probably going to do is upload all of the downloads. Let's just do that right now. We're going to upload. Let's go to downloads, and then I'm just going to put all of these in here so that I can have all of these in my video project. Let's go to grid view. I really love looking at grid view so that I can right click and duplicate things. What I'm going to do is get rid of the extra ones. That way I have the original thing that I want. The other thing that I might do with a video document size is find B-roll. Let's say I wanted someone filming with a camera. I went to video, then I could find a video that I might use as B-roll in the video. I could brainstorm a bunch of that, put it all on a Canva doc or a whiteboard, and then pull in the ones that I actually want to use on a video document. I did recently film a tutorial about all of the new animations and everything you need to know. It goes over all of the text animations, element animations, photo and video animations, and some things that you may not realize that you need. If you have pressed a duration button and you want the timeline to go away, just click it again and it will go away for you. There's one more document type that we've not talked about, and that's YouTube community posts or other social media designs like Instagram posts or things like that. Let's go over that next before we talk about downloading. How are we going to add something that you're going to post that's an image on your YouTube community tab, which is now called Post? I'm going to go to Grid View. I just prefer to use Grid View. It just makes life easier for me. Click the arrow for page type. Instead of going through one of this, I like to go more and hit custom size, type in the exact size I want, which in this case is 1080 by 1080. Create a new page. Let me close out of scroll view. I'm going to show you something that is a little flaky that's happening right now, but I want to show you a workaround if this is happening to you. I'm on pages and I want to work on this design right here, but I don't want all of these thumbnails here. If I click hide page thumbnail, watch it not happen. Yep, it jumped to that bottom page instead of the page I wanted. Here's your workaround if that's happening to you. Click on Grid View, click on the page you want, close Grid View, you'll be there. Hopefully that saved you from the frustrations I've been facing this last week. What about downloading? These are different because there's a whole bunch of different things. You're going to have a whole lot more things in your download section than ever before. What you will do is still click share. You'll still click download. However, you will need to change your file type to whatever you want. This specific one that I did that was page 9 with Brainstorm on it, how I downloaded that was I changed this to PNG. When I do that, if I scroll down, limited page selections, not all pages can be downloaded as the selected file type. Change the file type or share a link to your design. I just need that current page I'm on, page 9. You will also know that one that you can't download as a PNG or whatever file type you've chosen will now have this big warning thing, incompatible file type. It won't let you. We're going to click done because I've got the current one. For this one, I do want to download it with a transparent background. We're going to click that and now I can click download. If you want to download a video, this is how that's done. We're going to click share, download, change the file type to, scroll down, MP4. By the way, there's a whole bunch of new options here. Word, Excel, CSV, there's a whole bunch. We're going to click MP4 video for this. Select current page. It actually was on page 11, but I clicked it again. You'll notice that many of these I cannot download as a video, but this one, page 11, that's the one I want, and download. That's how you'll be able to download images and videos, which honestly are the most likely option of things that you are going to download from these multi-page designs like this. Whew, today's tutorial was a mouthful. Oh boy, I don't know what I'm going to put on the screen next. I'm hoping that it will be one about Canva sheets, but if it's not, and you use Canva and you use Canva for your YouTube channel, you're going to want to watch it, and I'll see you next time.